What's up, guys? You're watching another episode of Flow interview with me. Finally got this guy. A lot of people have been asking for you, you know. A lot of questions that like you say, who do you want to interview next?
You gotta find me first.
Yeah, and we finally found you in a beautiful place. We found him in Santorini.
I found this place.
Yeah. You've been here for a few years now with Red Bull.
Yeah, 5 years ago is when we first done the first production here. It was a 10-day shoot, and I only ended up with three minutes of footage from it.
And you was working hours like this.
Yeah, well, we didn't know how we were going to edit it. It was 3 little projects, like a World of Red Bull commercial, and also promoting the island, and then it somehow became the place to be for art emotions. And, you know, everyone's tuning in from around the world for this. People in Liverpool are having parties on Saturday, big parkour parties, and London, Amsterdam,
That's a cool idea.
Australia. People are tuning in, parties, just watching this thing.
Groups, teams meeting up, watching it together.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's going to be chilling. I'm talking a lot of parties going on Saturday, tuning in for this one event.
I'm going to try and spread that idea. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We're going to be here seeing it live ourselves.
I know.
That's going to be fun.
We don't get the slow motion or the camera angles though.
Yeah, that's true. So you say you put in 10 days work, and if it was you said like 2 minutes video came out of it.
Yeah, you end up with 2 minutes.
No, 2 minutes didn't come out of it. This came out of it, man.
Well, you look at it like that. That's
So you did it. I saw a t-shirt in the village that said parkour, and it was a guy doing a handstand. They're selling it on just random shops in the village.
That's brilliant.
Santorini parkour, and it's like not really a parkour scene here. It's
quite weird, isn't it? You're changing the history of the island.
Yeah, that's it. We're making new history for the island, and it's a beautiful one as well. It's great.
I mean, it's also you know, for the island to be like connected to parkour, the sport that it is. You know, why wouldn't you? It's just all about healthy living, jumping around, expressing yourself, and not being afraid to do so. And when you've trained your body to be that strong with your arms and legs, you can use it from any angle, and your aerial awareness levels are up.
Yeah.
Then it's not a dangerous sport anymore. Like when we're teaching people how to be safe eventually.
Yeah.
You know, how to navigate the environment safely and how to use your body to its full potential. And
That's
which is why I'm building the Airborne Academy, which is it's not parkour free running.
Okay.
It's parkour free running, tricking, gymnastics, breakdancing, cheerleading, capoeiras, and it's a multi-movement centre that. You don't need equipment, no BMX skateboard.
Is that in your hometown, Liverpool?
Yeah, just outside the city centre.
Okay.
It's been a lifelong passion to have a training centre. We tried it once when I was like 17, 18, 19 in university. But you know, I was just a kid, and I didn't. Then the taxman got involved. Was like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
really?
I didn't know what I was doing either. So we closed the company, and then me and my brother spreading, doing workshops around the schools and gymnastic centres all around Liverpool and Daniel Lillebacher as well. He's also promoting it, and the amount of media that through Red Bull and MTV and the way it happened, it exploded in Liverpool quite big, and now the gymnastic centres are like, oh, you can't use the beams, you can't use the foam pits, can't use this. Why? Because you're not under our insurance. You've got your own. So I'm like, fair enough. We'll get our own. So at the moment, you know, I feel like the community back home, they haven't got the facilities that they used to have. They haven't got anywhere to train really, until the academy opens. October, November should be open up.
Okay.
And I want to get you down, bro. We need to do this.
Yeah, I'll come down, man. I'm excited for any projects you're on. I'm always excited to see what comes out of it. But we'll go back to the start. When did you even start freerunning? When did you first see it? What was it on?
Oh, well, I was from the kids in my class. I was teaching tricking. Airborne Academy was originally trickers.
Yeah.
You know, it was called Airborne Entertainment then because we were like a production crew. Yeah. And I'd seen the kids jumping around, and I was like, yeah, I used to do that, and the martial arts was cool, flips and tricks and all that. But when I seen that, you know, the movements that they were doing, it was like, but actually that's good conditioning. You know what I mean? That's ankle strength, you know, training and all that. And so I went over to the crazy.
You were aware of that, like you noticed it. You didn't just see it as some different like crazy.
No. I seen the benefits of it straight away, and it's like. So I went to the Crazy Park, which is outside the academy in Huyton, and I filmed the Crazy Park Day in 2007.
Yeah, that was a popular video.
And that got me the invitation to the Red Bull Art of Motion. Okay. And you know, and I was working in the bingo at the time. It's like saving up my pennies. I paid for the flights. I flew myself to Art of Motion. Didn't know anyone. You know, it really made like a proper independent decision to just just try it. You know what I mean?
The life rewarded you, man.
I was serving pints and bingos and bars, and I was like, I had skills, and you put the TV on, and there's so many idiots with no talent who just seem to be so successful. You know what I mean? And like only a handful of people in the world can actually, do this type of stuff, but they give it all to the footballers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kick a ball from the age of 10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that doesn't bother me. It's more about it's not about the money. It's a lifestyle.
But you won that competition.
Yeah.
And then from then, is that how Red Bull approached you to be an athlete? Because you're the main Red Bull athlete for this sport. Like you.
What happened was it was a bit of an epic moment.
Yeah.
Hey, epic moment t-shirts. I've
Where-
got one for you. I was trying to the second round you level up, but then they had the third round, where the top 6 went in reverse order.
Okay.
And because I went last, that means that the scores were up, but I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll just make it up as you go along. Front flip, I'll try that double cork because I've seen Marcus do one before. I haven't done one of those. Missed the crash mat, leg snapped. You know the story. But from that,
I was live.
That was
me, man.
you were the first guy who came over to me.
Oh,
I feel like Tim. That's where me and you really connected.
I know. I ran over and you were like, "Get my phone."
Get my phone.
And man, painkillers or something. I ran up, climbed up the course.
And they carried me to hospital. I was like, just wave.
Yeah.
That was like the most loneliest time of my life was 8 days in a Viennese hospital, surrounded by people not speaking English, and and then Victor came in, Victor Bravine from the WFPF, and he said, we've got this idea, we've got a concept, we want to take you to America, do something to do with MTV, come up with a series, we need to write it all out. And I was like, dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I'm not coming back from this.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're young, you're fine. Here's a book on American history. So I started looking at this book, which was the only English I had for 8 days. And, and it's funny how your mind works at the crisis, because I can still remember every state and capital in America, and they don't even know it yet. It's just stuck in there. Yeah. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus is the capital of Ohio. It keeps going.
Really?
And then it's become like a party piece to me now. If somebody says a state or a capital, I instantly think of the other one.
Okay.
Because of how my mind was affected back then, of having nothing, the most lowest point in my life.
North Dakota.
North Dakota, Pierre.
South Dakota.
No, South Dakota's Pierre. Messed up. Anyway, from then, like my life split into like directions. We went over to America. We done the MTV series, then Free Run the movie, and Ellen DeGeneres and Jimmy Fallon. We were on. We done some big things over there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the world, Red Bull offered me a contract a year later and was like, we want you to be the brand ambassador for parkour, and like, okay, I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? It's like. So you look at all the other sports, like skateboarding, what did they do? Or they opened the park, they designed a new board. I'm like, we don't have equipment, we don't have nothing to brand up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to do, and at the time, thinking, like, feeling slightly as a bit of a failure from the leg break, hoping, will I ever be at that ability again? Am I better now than I was then? Yeah. But then Awesome Ocean 2011 came, and it was kind of like proving to myself that I was better. I got over the leg break, and to be able to stand on the podium, because my first place trophy was given to me in hospital.
Yeah, last time.
But this time I was able to stand there with Jason Paul there, you there. That was an epic trio.
That was great, man.
Yeah, but on a personal note, that was the moment where I accepted that leg was. The human body is an amazing thing.
The recovery, and you know how powerful the mind is, man. You must have a bit of Bruce Lee influence and everything.
Yeah. It's all a mind game. Life is a mind. Even pain is too.
Yeah.
And you can. If your mind's in a bad place with an injury, something's getting you down. You can steer in that direction and go down and have it get worse.
Yeah.
But people talk about being able to heal themselves and stuff, but it's a mind game.
I completely agree. You heal it through. And
through positive energy.
Positive energy, love, as I see it. If you've got like a bad knee, don't be like, oh, my knee's hurting, I can't do this, and put all the negative.
Nurture it.
You nurture it. You send love to the knee. Use pain. It's supposed to be a beacon for you to send that positive energy to. So that's there. It's like, come heal me.
You can do it now. Right now,
I can close my eyes and send my energy there. Yeah.
You can close your eyes,
to my knees.
switch off every part of your body, and say, I want to focus on feeling my toe and my foot.
And you feel it. And you feel blood flow go to there as well.
And you can focus where you want that energy type of thing. And I think that's quite interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very powerful. It is a way to heal yourself.
I don't think I've experimented with it enough, but
I do it sometimes at night. I'll lay in bed and send it if I have like bad skin or something.
Yeah,
I'll send blood flow to it.
Are you a quick healer?
Yeah, I'm fairly quick.
I think we're all quick healers, aren't we?
But positive attitude is quick healing. It's more attitude than like nature, I think.
Yeah, something like the guys. I mean, I used to be like, oh, I've rolled an ankle, and I'm like, oh man, take it easy. But now when they say, I'm like, you'll be fine next week. I know what you like. I trust you, man.
Because
you know what
your mind's on something else. If you're not focused on this injury and telling people I've got a bad ankle, but you're focused on something else, it will heal, and you're smart with it. You know, you do more arms or you do some training that doesn't hurt as much, but it keeps the blood flowing. and then it will heal that way.
I don't think I'll ever stop, to be honest, because I've tried it. You know, you're injured, you sit there. You must be the same, man. You just get an itch.
There's nothing more motivation than an injury, really.
No. Also, I have like an annual injury that I have to overcome. Usually once a year, and this year they took the screw out. Did you see the Instagram?
No.
Have you not seen it? Pass me the phone, please.
It's alright, we'll put it up on the video. Get Ryan's Instagram.
Yeah, I've got the screw. They let me keep it. It was in me for 6 years.
So this is, but you've been performing for the last 3 days. You've been filming with the media.
I'm not doing any major impacts. Like
on that one.
But yeah, I'll send you the picture, man. It's quite nice because the screw is half in, half out, with blood rolling down.
Yeah.
Mid surgery, they took this picture. It was perfect.
Oh man.
It's great. It's quite a good representation of where biology and bionic mix together, type of thing. You know.
That's really cool.
Yeah, well, tell me about the veganism. I'm kind of thinking about going experimenting with it and just going off meat just to see how my body feels afterwards.
I think one, your body will feel better. Two, it shouldn't just be about your body. It's about the planet, man. But that's another talk.
No. You don't have to say much more than that, man. Yeah, you don't have to say much more than that to me.
You can't always look at the world this way. What is it going to do for me? How's it going to benefit me?
True.
How's it benefit other people?
I think you focus more on that first, then life's more rewarding.
It rewards you.
Yes.
You take a chance, you steer in that direction, it will reward you. So something to think about. But
I found a few life hacks.
Yeah. Tell us some life hacks.
Oh no, you got to figure them out for yourself.
Okay.
I'll release them through little tweets or something.
Okay. You can't give us one here, man.
A life hack.
Go on.
Yeah, well, something relevant to this event is a life hack.
Go on.
Art of Motion, the guys performing. At the end of the day, there's a huge audience that want to see why you are Tim Livewire, and you have to show them. You have to express yourself and be Tim or be Ryan or be Jason or be Pasha, and it's a chance to show. It's a performance at the end of the day, and some people are there and they go and they run, they panic, and they look scared. And if I'm watching, if he looks scared, I'm scared for him.
The energy transfers through.
If he smiles and loves what he's doing, I'm loving this guy. You know what I mean? He's making me smile because he's having so much fun.
Being himself.
Yeah. And I mean, you can even switch it on. At the end of the day, if you smile and look as if you're enjoying what you're doing, the audience will follow. Yeah. I agree.
I think that's spot on, and they teach that in dancing. They teach it. No one teaches it in free running.
Oh well, never been to dance class, and I think it's kind of just one of those things that you figure out.
If you go to ballet, you'll learn the same thing.
Yeah, I was one of many. I've always been known for coming up with cheesy little quotes or something like that.
You write them on napkins. You think of a quote, but now we have Twitter for that, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Micro-blogging took over.
It did take over from napkin writing. Used to have a stash of napkins in America.
With some roses.
You did it. One of my favourite things you've done was the tour with Red Bull.
Oh, the travel story.
You went to the 7 Wonders of the World.
Yeah, man.
I thought it's like a dream of mine to go to 7 Wonders of the World. I never really pursued it.
And they won an
award.
award.
Like I manifested that for you, and then you won an award. What did you win?
It's the best international series on YouTube, voted by YouTube.
Wow.
2013 at the Streaming Awards.
So
kind of like the YouTube Oscars.
Can you reel off the 7 places you went?
Yeah, we went Machu Picchu, Peru.
Want to go there?
Great Wall of China.
Been there. Okay.
Colosseum in Rome.
Okay, been there. Yeah.
Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Want to go there? That's amazing. There's a lot of dark days from that place, but
Petra, Jordan.
Yeah, amazing. That's sick. That was one of my favourite episodes.
What am I missing? Rio de Janeiro. Yeah. They listed this Christ the Redeemer as a world wonder, but I got to.
I've not been there. And Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. Yeah. That's where I met. Ranvijay Singh. He was the Indian Bollywood dancer that taught me to dance.
I saw that video.
And he said to me, "I'm going to come to Airborne and do an episode with you guys." Didn't believe him. You know what I mean? He's got like 100,000 followers and a big wig. Wow. And then he showed up just last week.
Film crew.
Well, I've just got my screw out. They came to Airborne. They filmed everything. They're all trying to have fun, having a bit of drink, have a laugh. They don't realise how difficult it is. And the videos that you've seen of me, I'm sometimes you're forcing the smile. You know what shooting like schedule up at the sunrise shots there. It's hard work when you're actually producing it and you're travelling so much. Travelling fucks me up completely. Yeah. But what I'm trying to do is create inspirational content to inspire kids to get up and move and all that. And they don't want to see me like, fuck, I hate my life.
And you were feeling like that.
Well, sometimes with the injuries and all that, but
it's good.
But
it's real, that's how we all.
But at the end of the day, look where I am and look what I'm doing. I don't have a right to complain. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm quite fortunate, man. Parkour has given me, free running has just given me such changed my outlook of life completely. It's become a lifestyle, and I'm going through that period of accepting that this is who I am and probably what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, type of thing.
Gratitude is so important in like keeping you moving forward.
Here's another life hack for you.
Go on.
People said to me, most athletes peak at 23.
Yeah.
If I tell you that and you believe that, you'll live to that.
Yeah. I agree.
Jackie Chan didn't put out his best stuff till he was 40.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
agreed.
Like that.
Yeah,
so I'd rather live to that. And scientists believe that someone alive today is going to live to 150 years old.
Wow. You're going to try and be that guy?
I'm going to be that guy.
Might need to change your diet first.
Maybe have to experiment with some veganism.
Well, experiment and realise the only truth is the truth that you've experienced for yourself. So you don't know. I can give you all the science in the world on it. I give you all my own experience, but until you experience it yourself,
you'll never know.
You never know, man. It won't be a truth in your eyes.
You can hold me to it, man. I'm gonna.
It's cool, man.
Go for a while.
There's a lot of. I heard Pastor was vegetarian. Jason Paul went vegetarian for a bit. Sean Wood. There's like a lot of freedom. Chase Armitage is vegetarian.
I know who I am about myself. I know I will never just go, I'm stopping eating meat.
No,
if I cut it out.
Transition it.
Moderation with everything.
Moderation. Yeah, I understand that, bro. That's fine.
With diet and stuff, I know you're into the diet and the foods. And
it became a hobby for me that then helped my career.
I like it, man. I like what you're doing about it. You also you're giving more insight to the lifestyles of parkour, how they train, how they eat.
Yeah, it's holistic though. It's not just let's try and be the best free runner. You have to have attitudes of to be successful. It's your attitude to life. It's not your inner beliefs. It
requires a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah, and your inner beliefs reflect on the outer world. So if you're just trying to be the best free runner and you're frustrated and you're just focused on one thing, trying to learn tricks, you're not going to get there. If you're focused on spreading love and awareness and bettering yourself as well and self-discipline.
Yeah, but major focus and everything else a second, then them second things always work fine. They're smooth, don't they?
Yeah.
To boost you up the levels to where you want to be. And I call that parkour brain training, connecting the dots to, you see a position in life or somewhere you want to be or a job you want and you can't, it's far away. It's a big stride mission away.
Yeah.
But if you
look at the next stride ahead.
Look at the baby steps in between.
Yeah.
You go through that over a long period of time.
You get there.
Everyone will go, you've taken massive leaps. And no, it's like parkour, they don't see. They see the final outcome and they think, wow, that's amazing, that's dangerous. They haven't seen the baby steps that we've taken in between to get to that level.
Completely.
They haven't seen
really
it.
Cool. Yeah.
And it is stupid to just jump straight to that level to see, he did it, I can do it. Which is one thing I have to address is when I'm coaching and teaching, I'm not trying to say, this is a dangerous sport, you have to listen to everything I'm saying. No, this can be a very, very safe sport. I take it to a dangerous level to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, spot on.
It's at the end of the day, I'm trying to teach you how to navigate life to benefit you. You can use yourself to help others do wherever you want. Efficient body, efficient mind. I think.
Be strong to be useful.
I really like those words.
I really like that one.
Still roll on those.
Yeah. Aside from parkour, Ryan, what's your hobbies, man? What do you like doing? What does Ryan do?
I'm gonna start asking you some questions.
Yeah, you're on camera all the time though. You're free running. Does that ever take the passion away for you?
It grows on you. It grows. It gets easier. It becomes part of you.
You practice doing. I think you do it so much now that you have you want it as a career and you're grateful for it. That you pretty smooth with it.
It gets to the point where everything else is difficult.
Okay.
And if you just point the camera at me, that's the easy part.
Oh really?
Yeah, sometimes.
But what do you enjoy then when the cameras are off or you've got a few days off?
When I'm home, pretty much like this year between jobs, it's all been focused on the Airborne Academy.
Okay.
And trying to get this training centre off the ground.
You bought a 3D printer. You rang me up and was like, Tim, I bought a 3D printer. That's just what did you make a chest piece?
Right, let me tell you this. When we come to Liverpool and we do this
airborne thing.
Only a selected handful of people are going to come to my apartment.
Okay.
Me and my brother share this penthouse apartment, and it's a boys' pad. It's got helicopters, beanbags, 3D printers, everything.
What else you got in there? Name some stuff.
Everything's wide open Apple TV. You've got an Apple phone?
Of course, I got Apple TV.
You have control over the entertainment system in every room of my.
Okay, I want to come learn some gadgets that you've got and take some back to mine.
I'll
buy some.
I'll print you off a focus pull for your camera if you want.
Oh yes, off a 3D printer.
It's a tool.
Yeah, and on that note, back to Santorini.
Yeah, that's
prediction. So, nice, good talking, man.
I really
we have some good phone talks.
My head went through about 12 different topics that I really want to catch up with you on. But
if you got any, we'll keep going, man.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I want to know.
I hope you're enjoying this interview, man. We finally got it. We'll take our time with this.
Yeah, well, I want to know what you got lined up for the next.
Well, switch on me.
Well, no, I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm filming a yoga video out here. I do a lot of yoga at the moment.
Yoga?
Yeah.
Dude,
Fuck yoga.
Wait, are you promoting it there or not?
Exactly. Doesn't matter.
But man, flexibility and strength is the key to speed and power.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So there you
There's
go.
an equation right there.
The marriage of parkour and yoga is the flexibility and the slow and the core, and then the power explosion of the parkour.
Do you ever, what I've noticed, have you ever looked at one of these guys out here and you can just read the frequency, that they're at such a high frequency that you think, you're faster than gravity, if you fall, you'll decide how to fix it there and then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can see that in the man. Those guys, I trust. DK.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I looked at him and I said, my money's on him.
Yeah.
And I said, Vinny Coriel, my money's on him. You know, I can feel his vibes, man.
Okay.
The frequency's too fast that if they fuck up, that they can switch it there and then decide what to do. And that practicing, getting your frequency up to that level is a thing that I've been focusing on this year. Zoning, have you heard of zoning? You're a b-boy, you must know about zoning. Where you can zone for 45 seconds to a piece of music and then you finish and you it's so in tune with yourself. You cut everything out, there's you and the music and nothing else, and whatever emotion is in your head is driving the performance. And that's when you're zoning.
Isn't that connecting to your higher self? Like,
well, it's like
so many different things.
It's like being an animal.
It's
again.
meditating.
Because what happens at the end of it?
It's oneness. It's like,
Do you know when they're running the art of motion? That's like zoning for 1 minute 30. Because have you ever finished your run and you get to the end, I can't remember anything I did. Because you were too in the moment.
You weren't thinking about girls, you weren't thinking about family, you weren't thinking about...
You weren't even storing memories, you were like next thing. You didn't think, oh, well that was cool what I just did. You didn't bother making a spectacle of anything, so when you got to the end of it, it was like, well, I just zoned out for a whole
being in the moment, yeah, so like truly in the moment. And that's how animals live.
Well, that's why I like to stick with breakdancing. Also for the top rocking, it's good for the ankles training and all that. But sometimes when I put the music on, pull the cap down, it's just me and the music, and whatever emotion is in me is driving a performance around the apartment or wherever I am.
That's sick. But at the same time, that's like letting creativity flow.
That's it.
Because you'll do moves and it will flow, and you'll be like, oh, it's flowing, and like, yeah, you know what I mean? So
man.
It's like letting that connection come through you and not trying to work with your left brain and be like, I should try and do this because then this person will think this. It's like just letting it happen.
That's it. And I want to speak to other people about the same thing. I'm calling it zoning. Does it actually have a name, or is it?
Yeah, like they've said it for years though. It's like, it is like in martial arts and everything. Well, there's so many different names for it.
Sweet, but it's when you're just in that moment so much that it's great, man. And that's one of the things
it's a connection into.
It's another presence from parkour.
Cool. Yeah, like people do it in different ways. Like we come to these conclusions through parkour. But b-boys will come to it through b-boys. Snowboarders will do it through.
It's why I mean. Yeah, I'm still fussy on the whole parkour, free running, whatever you want to frigging call it and all that. At the end of the day, movement is movement. You know, nobody owns movement. You create your own. You got to write your diary, your chapter of what movements work for you.
And what you
no one's your
well.
shape and no one's your height. You know, if you shouldn't try and be anyone else and copy. You will always be inspired by people.
You gave a talk once before the competition in Tampa, that one of the last times I judged. And it was a really lovely talk. I really enjoyed every minute of it. And one of the points you brought up silhouettes, and you brought up silhouettes of gymnasts and silhouettes of freak.
Yeah. I mean, if you silhouette a gymnast, they all look identical. The Beijing team, they're all the same height, same shape, and when they do a move, they are the textbook example. Silhouette them, you can't tell who they are. Things with free running is that you can tell who they are by the way they move. Their shape defines them, that's their signature. So it's almost important for new athletes and new people who are stepping into the sport to understand that being unique and stepping outside the box is rewarded in this sport. It's not rewarded if it hasn't got a name in gymnastics, it doesn't exist. You can't do that. How do we score it, you know? But when it comes to free running, you have to adapt your style to fit anywhere else, and you will do movements that specifically will be with you because no one's had your background. Your style is like a cause and effect reflection of the life you've had, the people you've hung around with, the school you went to, the parents you had. You know, they all contribute to how you perceive the environment. And the movements may look the same, I said this in my video, but our paths to achieving them are always different.
It's great, I really agree. The best way to serve the sport is to be as individual as possible. Then you make the sport bigger than it's ever been. You grow the sport. If we're all the same, everyone will just look at it as this one thing. But you've got to make the world realise that it's so much more, and we're taking in, you know, capoeira, breakdancing, martial arts, all these different ballet, whatever you want to come in with.
The good crossovers.
The most important thing is they're just like labels, exactly. You're the human being that it makes the crossovers, that you take these toys from different boxes and you put them together.
Like now you see second gens and third gens and all. I mean, the first gens are the guys you've clearly come from other movement disciplines like martial arts,
really
gymnastics, breakdancing. because they already understand how their body works,
Yeah.
it was easy for them to cross over to parkour and have a cool style and all that.
Yeah.
But then the second generations take what we've done and flip it up to a new level,
Yeah.
and they just get
But that's
so
like
creative.
UFC used to be karate versus boxer, but then they just created MMA, which is mixed martial arts. So in a bit, this is like, we used to be parkour mixed with breakdance and parkour mixed with martial arts. This is just...
But now the third generations of growing up, and it's
the new thing.
It's the new thing, and I mean, there's one in our class, little Morgan Sang, and I mean, parkour is not enough for him, free running. He's throwing like back sevens clean, but he needs to pick up scooters and quads and BMXs and do it on those.
Wow.
And he's rock climbing, snowboarding. He's sponsored by Nike, and Red Bull are even looking at him for like Under My Wing projects.
Amazing.
He's doing
Look
really
out
well.
for that. What's his name again?
His name's Morgan Sang, and he's my little friend. Yeah.
Okay, your protege.
Yeah, well,
You don't want to say that word.
I think one day I'm going to be learning from him.
Okay.
That's the thing. I don't want to teach him, not copy me, copy my style, because then I'm going to create a watered down version of myself.
Yeah.
If I say I'm going to teach you to be safe, teach you to teach yourself.
Show him where to look, but don't show him what to see.
There you go. Show him where to look, don't show him what to say. Then eventually, he'll create something new and inspire me, and he becomes the teacher, and I become the student.
That.
You know what I mean?
And on that note, top 3 predictions. When this goes out, it will be finished. Who do you think?
Well, for the past 3 years, I've always said, I mean, I didn't know if Vinny Coriel was ever going to come to automotive take part in events, but I always look at the guy and, my money's on Vinny. My money's on Vinny. My money's on Vinny.
Cool.
And when he arrived, first thing I said to him was, my money's on Vinny. I love the guy so much, I really do, and I hope he does well. Also, DK, he's got a really high frequency, he's really fast. Pasha delivers such a good performance every time. I mean, I've got no doubt that he's going to impress everyone in the audience.
All right.
But in general, I'm just excited. And before each event, usually 2 or 3 guys drop out through injuries, through training.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for none of that this year.
Cool.
People should, if you're at a level to be able to get to this island, then you should be safe. You should be at the level that you are safe. You know what I mean? Coming from me, who breaks legs and falls all the time.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? This is proof, though. This is inspiration.
Let me that t-shirt out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
I want to. This is an epic moment t-shirt as a follow-up to the travel story, the travel series, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. This is just, it's quite difficult to read, but I've made it that way on purpose. There's a little map on the back that tells you what to do.
Oh, right.
So basically, thank you for sharing this epic moment with me, Tim.
Yes.
Let's sign and locate Ryan
Yes.
Doyle.
Oh, that's dope.
And you right there in Santorini.
And you get people to sign the moment you shared.
Yes. 2013. Right, I pass this to you.
I sign it.
What happens now is, the next time you share an epic moment with someone,
you get
pass on the t-shirt, and Tim Chief with somebody else.
And they get to keep the t-shirt?
Nobody keeps the t-shirt. The t-shirt travels, man. You are part of the t-shirt's travel story.
Yes.
So the t-shirt goes on its own travel story around the world.
Mr. Creative, always thinking outside the box, man.
Look, it's a treasure map that got a start at the bottom. And the guys, if they choose to take up the adventure, they've got their own travel story back to different parts of the world, and they know they've got friends and family that they can come chill with. So get yourselves an epic moment t-shirt.
That's genius, Ryan. That's genius, Ryan. All right. Thanks for the pen.
Cheers. And thank you for sharing this epic moment.
Thank you for sharing this epic moment. This is Flo. It's been Tim. This has been
Ryan Doyle.
Representing Red Bull all day, every day. Thank you. Peace.